The man sharpened the blade of his ice skate and examined his mouth. One of his teeth had a deep, painful cavity. There was no doctor, no help of any kind. Left with no choice, he made a desperate decision. He pressed the ice skate blade against the bad tooth, braced himself, picked up a stone, and struck hard. A surge of unbearable pain hit him, and he lost consciousness. When he woke up, he began opening the packages that had washed ashore, hoping to find something useful. The first box contained videotapes. The second held a volleyball. The third had another pair of ice skates, which he later used to crack open coconuts. In another package, he found a woman's dress. He tore strips of fabric from it and turned them into a crude fishing net. But when he reached the final package, he stopped. Instead of opening it, he set it aside. Desperate for a reason to live, he eventually caught a small fish with his handmade net. But the smell was overwhelming, and he couldn't bring himself to eat it. He tried to make fire by rubbing two sticks together, but accidentally cut his hand. Furious and exhausted, he smashed everything around him. When his anger faded, he noticed the bloody handprint left on the volleyball. He drew a face on it and named it Wilson. Wilson became his companion. He talked to him. He shared his thoughts with him. He tried again to make fire. At last, smoke appeared. He leaned in and gently blew. The flame caught. That night, he built a large bonfire on the beach, roasted a crab, and for the first time, felt he wasn't completely alone. 8 years passed. The man adapted to life on the island. He learned how to catch fish with ease, but the loneliness never disappeared. One day, he spotted a large sheet of metal floating in the ocean. Watching how it tilted in the wind, he came up with a plan to build a raft and use it as a sail. He cut down trees, dried bark, twisted it into rope, and even unraveled videotape reels to make more cord. Still, it wasn't enough. He looked at Wilson. He couldn't bring himself to destroy his only friend. In despair, he climbed the rock where he had once tied a noose to end his life. This time, he untied it. He chose to live. He finished the raft. He prepared Wilson. He carved a message into the rock. He tied Wilson to the front of the raft and took the unopened package with him. Then he pushed off into the ocean. A storm hit. He quickly adjusted the ropes and raised the sail. The raft survived. In the rain, he collected fresh water and coconut shells and proudly showed Wilson a fish he had caught. That night, another storm came. The sail was torn away. He held Wilson tightly as the raft was tossed by the waves. When he woke the next morning, Wilson was gone, swept away by the sea. He ran and jumped into the water, trying desperately to reach him, but the closer he swam, the farther he drifted from the raft. Finally, broken and exhausted, he returned. He collapsed onto the raft, shattered. He had lost Wilson. He had lost his will to live. Then he saw a ship on the horizon. With the last of his strength, he raised both hands. He was rescued. A month later, Chuck Noland returned home. The woman he had waited for during 8 long years had married someone else. At the company welcome party, the seafood tasted completely bland. Back in civilization, he stared at her photo from his pocket, lost in thought. Later, Chuck bought another volleyball of the same brand. He took the package that had been with him all those years and drove to the address written on it. He left a note of gratitude and quietly walked away. He never knew that inside the package was a waterproof, solar-powered, self-charging satellite phone. Help had been with him from the very beginning. He just never had the courage to open it. Perhaps that's life. There are always regrets.